like if my family was supportive. So I would say yes and no. Like it was more of a thing of they would my mother specifically she'd be like, you know, you're gonna come back. Like you're not gonna last that long over there, or like why are you doing this? Like just stay here. And then she'll say that here and there, but then she'd leave it alone. And then everybody else, they didn't, if they had certain bad opinions, they really wouldn't tell me, but I would hear years later down the road of what they really thought about it. They thought it was a terrible idea. They thought the worst things, you know what I mean? So it's like a weird mix. They were kind of supportive, but not really. More like not supportive of it, I guess you could. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, I believe the family people. Well, first of all, if you're not related and I'm doing something, and you're supposed to be close to me, you don't at least a post is free, right? You ask someone to post something, and they act like you're asking for money.
Yeah.
And I won't speak to them again, right? So I think what it is that family don't support you because they don't it doesn't understand. Like, I think it's not their journey.
It's not their journey, but I would also say one with social media, it's a whole different generation, right? It's like they don't understand it because they've never dealt with it. You know what I mean? It's like I bringing in the metaverse. Let's say the metaverse weren't to become. Are you familiar with the metaverse situation?
Yeah, I'm hoping that I can slap Mark Zuckerberg in the metaverse because it's supposed to be in person, right? So
yeah.
Supposedly what's going to happen is that debt collectors are able to um
what?
so supposedly debt collectors are able to, in the metaverse of Facebook, able to virtually talk to you about the bill you owe.
Yo, that's when you click. He said you have an option to block people. You block them.
I guarantee you, some people are gonna get beat up in the metaverse first before you get blocked.
Oh man, but with why I brought up the metaverse is because I think, imagine if the metaverse weren't a thing of us right now, but it happened like 30 years down the line. Right, where we're already older, technology's like we're already like glitching, like this doesn't make any sense anymore to me, right? Like our parents did at one point. So I feel like social media is like that. If the metaverse were to become a thing where we don't experience it and it happens like 30 years down the line and our kids were to try to explain it to us, it's the same thing. We were like, okay, that makes no sense, you sound cuckoo. Like even me, I'm like kind of against it, and I'm in the generation that's getting put into it, right? So I think it's the same thing with their parents and social media. When you try to explain to them like, hey, I can make money online, and the crazy thing is a lot of them have this vision of they want you to go to school and get a 9 to 5 or get a corporate job or whatever they think is their idea of success, right? And it's crazy because there's YouTubers or online content creators that are making way more than that in just 1 year, more than some people will make in their lifetime working these regular successful jobs, right? But it's like our parents don't understand that, and if they really were to be able to wrap their heads around it, they'd be like, oh yeah, by all means, go for it. But again, it's just something that they don't understand because they didn't experience it growing up. And it's even for us, it's like this weird, it's like this not known world. Like we're still trying to figure it out, how the whole internet thing works and how to go viral, how to make money off of it, how to do this, you know what I mean? So sometimes I'm like, listen, I'm not even gonna explain it to you. Like it's one of those things where it's like you dread that conversation of, do I really gotta explain this to you? Because you're not gonna get it. Like I'm gonna just be like, yeah, okay. So
So let's take a little step back, right? So
yeah.
Did you grow up in a 2-parent household?
Yeah, kind of. So I grew up with my mother and my stepfather. My dad is still in Dominican Republic. But my stepdad, I've known him since I was about 4, maybe like 4.5. So he's like my dad. Like, you know, he's done all the fatherly things. So in a way I would say yes, but he's not my real dad. But yeah, I grew up with 2 parents in the household.
And so did you also grow up with um did you see your people that you grew up with that didn't have no father in the household?
Um for some reason stuff I didn't think about. So kind of. I think it's weird because I feel like almost everybody in my family, they all had stepdads and stepmoms. So in a way, they did grow up with 2-parent households, but they were broken families in a way. Um, yeah.